story for you today about a man who was silly enough to think that if only I could be someone else, my life would be so much easier. Now, this man was a stonecutter in China. He spent all day with his hammer breaking rocks. And he thought, if I could be richer, more powerful, life would be easier. Well, on this day, there was a little magic in the air. And on this day, he saw a nobleman going through the streets, richly dressed. And the stonecutter thought, if only I could be as wealthy and powerful as that finely dressed man, all my problems would surely be solved. And suddenly, that magic in the air transformed him, and in a moment his wish was true, and he became the wealthy nobleman. And he was delighted until he saw the palace, and he thought, I am not as rich or powerful as the king. If I were the king, then surely my life would be amazing. And magically, all at once, he became the king. And then he thought, surely, I've got it made now. Until he looked out the palace window at the sun shining down on all the kingdom. And he thought, feeling a little overconfident about how well this magic had been working for him now, if I had the power of the sun, then I would be the happiest and most powerful person in the world. And in an instant, he was no longer the king. He was the sun, shining down over the whole kingdom. And he thought, now I have everything I could ever want. Until the wind blew a cloud across the sky and in front of the sun. And he thought, no, I want to have all the power of the wind. And he became the wind, flying through the sky, driving the clouds across the land, until that wind-driven cloud came up against an enormous rock. And he thought, this rock is more powerful than I am. I want to be a rock. And immediately he was transformed into that enormous boulder, and he thought, now I've got it. Now I am the most powerful. And then he felt a little tapping. And he looked down, and there, at the base of his enormous, powerful self, was a stonecutter. And I hope that you all remember whatever magic you believe in, the greatest power and the most magical force in the world is you, just the way you are.